Now, a few weeks ago, I was on a site with a JCB 86C-1, sort of just an 8.5 ton machine in that sort of category. And I put a few photos on Facebook and Instagram, and I was immediately swamped with people wanting to know if I was going to do a video about it. Which, to be fair, I wasn't going to bother because I just wanted to get on and get done. But people kept asking on, show us a video. We'd like to look at that because we're currently looking at possibly buying something in that weight category. Because that sort of 7.5 to 8.5 ton category at the moment, that weight class is really, really popular these days because you can move the machine about easily. They've got like the bucket size of like a 3CX and bigger. And yeah, I mean, they're just agile and nice to use. So I thought, well, all right, I'll do a video. And I thought, well, the machine I was on was a 2017, I think, 86C-1. So I thought, well, the Dash 2 is out now. Is it any better? So what I did is I made a call to our friends at JCB and said, look, any chance of getting us a Dash 2 for me to try out? And, well, here's what happened. Today we are going to be looking at 8-tonners, obviously specifically from JCB, and I'm currently in this 2017 86C-1 with just over 3,000 hours on, and I found them to be a great improvement on the previous 8080s, which again always seemed to be a little bit hit and miss. Good machines, if you got a good one, they were spot on, but you didn't. Anyway, JCB have since then come out with their new and improved version, the 86C-2, and they reckon it's a far better machine than this. Well, we've yet to see that, but best way to have a look is to do just that. Let's have a look.
Well, it's a nice looking machine. Nice sized cab, and lots of room, both forwards and backs and side to sides. A lot of room in there. I like that blade. You can see it because far enough out, and it's very, very well built. That is some serious engineering there. They've increased the size and thickness of these lifting and tie down points, you see, when you're chaining on to your transport. And the other ones seemed alright to me, but to say these are really, really heavy duty, so you can say chain down. And now this one is on these block pads, so they're not the rubber, they're sort of like plastic type pads that bolt on like normal steel tracks, which bolt onto a normal chain. So you get the best of both worlds with these, really. But as I say, the whole thing, really is well built. So straight off, there's your fuel tank. You've also got a pump as well, in case you haven't got a tank or a Bowser to put it in. You can draw out of other drums or another tank. So while you're filling up, you can see in here you've got an actual gauge there of the tank, which is nice to see because you haven't got to keep, like you have with a lot of machines, hopping in and out of the cab to see where you are or waiting for it to gush out the top. At the same time, you can keep an eye on the state of your fuel, you see, so you can start seeing if you're getting any sediment or water appearing while you're waiting to fill. Hydraulic tank is here, side glass is there, nice and easy to see. Valve chest is over there, again easily accessible. Isolators here, and your grease gun sits in there. Got it out at the moment, but yeah, all nice, nicely laid out. Right, in the back where the engine is. So the dipstick is here, easily to, you know, pull out and have a look at. You've got your starters here, and they've even covered the solenoid and that up to stop any crap getting on there, which is a good little thing. Main pump is on the end here, air filters there, and your coolant level is here, quite easily seen, unlike the Dash 1, which seemed to have been tucked up behind here and wasn't quite so easy to see. You had to actually sort of try and look into it, so that's another improvement. Right, so we're in the cab. Now, on the initial startup of the day, it doesn't happen every time, just on the first startup, so whether it's done on a timer or engine and coolant temps, I don't know. But anyway, turn your key, screen comes on, and then you've got this screen. Now this screen is a machine health check, and it goes through everything, and that means everything's right. So although you can still go around outside and you can check all those things, it'll do it for you in here. So what you do then, once everything's up here, and if any of those tick boxes are out and you press the center override on here, it would tell LiveLink back at JCB headquarters that you've overridden a warning. So, you know, if you've got hire machines or you've got guys that don't really give two monkeys, and they keep overriding a warning, and then something goes wrong, it'll tell them that they've been overriding it, which is a good thing. So it safeguards your machine. Right, so once we've done that, back down here, turn the key on, fires up, gauges are all back up, showing you where we are. And that'll tell you to set the power band or whatever you want to do, which is all done on here now. It used to be down here, didn't it, with the thing, and you could have an auto and whatever. It's a lot easier now. Everything is done with this here. You just twist this. So you press that for your home screen, which is that, and then you can actually then push this one if you wanted to. You can start going through a menu. Now if you look on here, everything you can then scroll through, you just scroll through there. So you've got your information, you've got machine settings, display settings, diagnostics, and all the service stuff. Just as an example, if you go into these on the menu, just literally all you do, push that like that. So you're into that menu, and you can just scroll through the machine and whatever. And you can do that on any of those that you pick. Back to the home screen, so just press that. There we go, all the information up there. And as I said, once you're on that home screen, all your throttle and everything is set on here, you just turn it. And you can also go into the menu and you can set that for various parameters. So you can just wind it over, and I'll just go to a setting. You can set whatever attachment you've got on as well, like a bucket or a breaker and stuff like that. That can all be done through here. It's just loads and loads of stuff on here. However, that's if you want it and you want to use it. It's all there for you. So, like I say, you know, you don't have to be a computer genius, because if you want to use the information that's all available for you, it's brilliant, and you can really tune it to, to the operator. But if you just want to get in and use it, you can. It's very simple. The display's easy to read. All you need to do, as I say, is wind your throttle up. If you still like the old auto setting that shuts down automatically, you've still got that. That's all still there and available. So I press at that, and they'll shut down. All the other stuff you've got on here is the same, and you've also got the for when you're lifting. This is a lot better because rather than that annoying buzzer now, you've actually got a screen at the top once you press that, and if you've got, you know, if you're lifting, if you're putting pipes or rings or something in, it'll give you a display of how much weight you've got on of your lifting capacity. So we just pop the arm down, press that we want to use the functions, yep, and if you then start lifting your arm, the display is going up, and as the pressure increases on the main lift ram, there you go. So it's very, very good. You know, it's easy to see, and you haven't got that annoying buzzer going off all the while every time you extend out, which they used to in the old Dash 1s. So that's good. Just turn it off there. And you obviously got radio, and you got all your heater controls and whatever. So yeah, the one thing I would say is they need to sort these radios out, because they're just annoying, because these buttons, after a few months, to get dust and that all in them, and then you just keep pressing, nothing happens. They just seem to just freeze up. So they need to address that. I mean, a lot of machines are the same, but you'd think by now that JCB would have sorted something out. I mean, even a decent flip cover would help, you know, to keep the dust out of them. But there we are. Anyway, yeah, everything else is fairly standard fare. You've got your blade there, you've got 2-speed tracking, and you've got a float function now. So when you're using your blade, like a dozer, you can push the float function. If you're sort of backing off and whatever, it will it'll just go into float, which is a handy thing. Everything else is what we all know and recognise, except like now you've got more functions there on the these controls. They're more like the telehandler, or like you know, the controls you find in the, like the TM420s and all that. So you've got these, you know, rocker switches, roller switches, which I quite like. Same on this one. I mean, it really is straightforward. There's nothing that's overcomplicated. In fact, as I said, they've made everything very simple. So everything's controlled through this piece here. You can see everything on that screen. It's just clear for you to see. You can also, there's a camera, a rear view camera as well, which is on there, and you can press that, get that up, and that comes up on here. It's just, as I said, very, very straightforward. Put the 180 for the boom. They've now put that under here on a roller, like this, just under there. So there's more room for your feet. Another good thing. So, what do I think of it? Yeah, I like it. Of course I'm going to like it. I like the Dash 1s. That said, where does it leave the Dash 2? Is it any different, or is it just another sticker on the side of one or two gimmicks? Well, I've had this machine for over a week now, and earlier in the week I was grading some fairly steep banks. I sort of sat on them and that, and you know, to get this sort of bowl and curve on the batter, and it was very, very sure-footed. But the biggest thing for me was the control. It just did exactly what I wanted it to do. There was no hitch or glitch or, you know, judder in it. Nothing. Smooth as you like, and that was impressive.
just grading through, you know, moving bulk about. Yeah, they're smooth, it's effortless, it's got plenty of power. And with that, say, you know, on that throttle, it's very controllable. You can set it to what you want. And that's the thing about it. With that menu on there, if you want to just see the display, get on and dig, you can. And it's easy to use, so easy. It's sort of, you know, straightforward. But if you really want to start fine-tuning and tweaking it and making it your machine, you can. It's not that difficult either, because it does walk you through it. So, like I said, there's been some new changes to it. It's now tier 5, so you've got the DPF and everything on it, and you know, you've got this sort of card here that tells you all about stage 5 and this, that and the other. You can also put your phone and that'll bring it all up. One of those little funny, you know, cue card things, whatever they are. One of these little things here, let's see. You scan that, and there's one there and one there, and that'll tell you all the information you need to know. But yeah, say the DPF and all that, doesn't even make a difference, just gets on with it. Now it's like if you were stuck on, I don't know, saying old Hymac for a couple of days now, you remember them? Yeah, I dare say the majority of us could get a tune out of it. Would you want to be stuck on it now day in and day out for the next 2 years? Probably not. But would you want to be in this machine day in and day out for the next 1-2 years? Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It is a really nice machine, lovely to use, and it's a lovely place to be. And that's it really. That's the point. I think no matter what you're running at the moment, even if that's a JCB 86C-1, the early, if you're running one of them, and if you're in the market now or going to be in the market for a machine of this size, all I can say, just get one on demo. I mean, even if you go back to your old brand, not a problem, but at least try one of these, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. As I said, you know, I sort of know these inside and out. I know what they're like, but I didn't expect this to be that good, and it is. So that's it really. It's the whole point in this video. As I said, you know, you had a quick look around it and that. I don't want to go into tons of detail and tell you what I think about it and this, that and the other. We're all different. And as I said, the only way you can get a real feel for it and, you know, see how you get on with this screen, see what you think of the layout of the machine and how it works and how it, you know, all the controls and everything, the feel of it, just try it yourself. So there we are. Hope you enjoyed it. And as I said, if you know, you're considering getting one, you know, a machine of this size, I hope that's sort of giving you a bit of food for thought, and maybe you'll see what you think yourself. So until the next one, do well.